very
All
high
right,
tech.
happy Friday. I'm back.
I'm so glad.
I'm back.
glad.
But I heard you killed it.
Well, okay, it's fun, but it's hard. It's
Yeah.
hard. It's hard hosting the group by yourself. It's
Yeah.
great to have a co-host.
Right,
Thank
exactly.
God. Yeah.
That's why Dr. Lisel is instrumental to the group's growth. And she's the enforcer.
I know. I'm a little security guard. Sometimes I get a little too close to time frame, and it's like I just have to say no to people.
No, I like it because, again, I mean, if this could be 3 hours, I'd make it 3 hours. But I want to be
Right.
cognizant of people's time. But I that's why, again, everyone has an announcement. Everyone has an event. So it's difficult to
Yeah.
say no, but we got to cut it off and say no sometimes.
No, and I say it nicely. It's like, I'm pregnant. Don't be mad at me.
But it's also strategic. Remember how I used to tell the story that it was genius on my father's part to have me at 7, 8, 9, 10, whatever, be the kind of the complaint department for his businesses, for the restaurant, because who's gonna fight a little kid,
know,
right?
I know.
So it's the same thing. If I know, obviously, it's you want to announce your events, which you can in the portal, but are you gonna get mad at a pregnant woman?
No,
Come
you
on.
can't get mad.
No.
Don't stress her. Don't
Yeah,
stress her. But
exactly.
also, some people don't know, especially if they've only come a few times. They don't know. We have a cap on how many presenters are.
Yes.
How many
it could keep going.
announcements there are. We could go forever.
Yeah. Remember,
Yeah.
today we had well over 100 people. There's probably 80 people that have some sort of event that's coming on.
Right,
We can't
right.
go through all 80. It's like if we said, you know how we only introduce the new people? It's like if we handed the mic to everyone to introduce themselves.
Right. And there was a time when every new person, they were kind of like taking the ball and running,
Yeah.
and we would go over on time all the time just because we had so many new people and they would talk a lot.
Yes. Well, and that's the thing. It's and I'm sure that's good. I love it. You have a passion for what you do. But when you hand someone a mic, ooh, they might say I'm shy, but they love the time.
That's a good point. You hand someone a mic and they almost like talk more. Maybe
Yeah.
that's why they're nervous, because they're like, I'm going to overshare.
Could be. We're gonna eventually get the NSYNC mics that are built
Yeah,
in, so we just
yeah.
walk around. So
Exactly.
But yeah, thank you, Archie. Archie
I know,
does
he's the
our
best.
sound, and we're still kind of working out some kinks. I don't know if we're too far away, but you know, it's okay. People can hear us.
I'm curious, how come the microphones are different?
Yeah, I don't know. He
Like-
has like 8 of them.
Oh,
so,
well, that makes sense.
So
then.
he
Okay.
keeps kind of switching it to see which one is the hot mic, as he calls it,
Hot
industry
mic, yeah.
terms.
Are you guys using a mic in Oceanside too?
We are.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
just
That's
one
a-
speaker.
Oh, that's a good thing.
And it's intimate. Like we had 34 people yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
but it's spread out enough that we need a mic. And yeah, and again, somebody got emotional. I love it.
Of course. Well, and Amy, who's going to be hosting La Jolla, we were talking about like the more meetings we have, maybe the fewer people will be at Encinitas,
Yeah.
and then the other groups will kind of like still be intimate, but also
Right.
grow. And that's when people really feel vulnerable and they
Yes.
share a lot and they get emotional often.
Yeah, and it's honestly, I mean, it is difficult speaking in front of groups, especially if you're new. And so if you go to like one of our Normal Heights, ooh, that's a home run.
Good hit.
There's these kids playing. That's what I love about Fox Point
I
Farms.
know,
You have so
Fox
much
Point
activity.
Is like special.
Yeah.
This is very special. Actually, Anna Paula, who spoke today,
Oh, yeah.
I cannot believe she had a baby 4 months ago.
Yeah.
She looks incredible.
Yeah.
And she asked me, she goes,
She's going to join your group, by the way.
I would love that.
Okay, yeah.
She was like, I don't know a lot of new moms with babies. And I was like, join the group. And I was like, and come to Fox Point. Like,
Yeah.
immediately after the group, there's like a parade of strollers and just like kids of all ages. It's
Yeah.
spring break right now.
Right.
And there's like so many families here right now.
And to be honest, there's a bunch of kids playing t-ball, or not t-ball. They're playing
Like wiffle ball?
ball.
Wiffle ball,
But
yeah.
they probably don't even know each other. They're just playing,
I
and then
know, I
See, and
know.
so
I love
here's the
that.
thing, though, is a lot of people kind of discount the youth, and you know, it's like we got to tell them how to live. No, we can learn so much from kids.
Yeah.
Look how easily they make friends,
So
and so
true.
that's what the group is too. You know, I had an individual. She's brand new. She's like, I'm not sure where I fit in with the group. You fit in wherever you want to,
Yeah.
whatever you need.
Yeah.
And so everyone's very open. Everyone's very playful. That's the thing. Do
Right.
things with joy. But if you look at these kids, they probably don't even know each other, and they're having such a good time.
That's so true. And it's like fit in how? Like you don't have to fit in
Right.
anywhere. You could just be yourself, and people will find you. You
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
I kind of like, there are some people who they like stick to their crew at the group, and some people who are always just like chatting around. You know, it's like they're meeting new people that way, or
Yeah.
you know, they probably like
No,
just
Gina.
like not sticking to the same group all the time. You know.
No, you're exactly right. I mean, it's. Oh, got it. All right. See? So much activity.
you
That's what I
know,
love about it. But again, this
my-
is a village. Things
My
are going to happen.
reflexes are off.
I know. Where
If
was that?
I know. I
Athlete?
I know. I totally didn't.
She
even
used to be a
catch
high
it.
level tennis player.
Apparently, your equilibrium
Oh,
changes.
yeah. Well, no, it's okay. It's transferring to her baby.
My baby's getting the equilibrium. He's
Yeah.
going to be an excellent athlete.
Exactly.
Okay, so I need to think about what's a good sport for babies or for boys to play with your like homeschooling and like maybe traveling around. Like I don't
yeah.
necessarily think we're going to be in one spot forever. So it's like you can't necessarily be in a team then. You have to play an individual sport.
Yeah, I would say jujitsu.
Solid. Great idea.
There's academies in
yeah.
every city.
I'm
I
planning
think
for
it's,
that for sure.
Yeah, because again, footwork. It humbles you. It's your
Solid.
ego. I also think swimming. There's
Yeah.
always a pool somewhere.
Actually,
Swimming.
and Greg and Nicoletta love swimming. That swimming, jujitsu, those are actually I didn't necessarily think of those. So
Yeah.
good job.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's go.
I was thinking
All
like
right.
golf and tennis, but honestly, I don't necessarily want him. If he wants to play tennis, fine. But I'm gonna be like, hey, it messed me up. I don't.
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, tennis messed me
See,
up.
and that's the thing. And so even for Chase, I just kind of let him. Of course, I would have wanted him to learn jujitsu, but again, he didn't naturally gravitate towards it. So tried it, didn't necessarily. Now he wants to do it, so it's in his own time. But even swimming, he did it through childhood, high level.
Huh.
But the thing is, he got burnt out. So when he got to college, he's like, I don't want to swim anymore.
Yeah,
But you know what? He
yeah.
swims more now, but for fun.
Rad.
He's not swimming for a team. He's just doing it for fun. So that's kind of the same thing with kids. You don't want to burn them out. So
Seriously, I
you know.
know that is. So we had another speaker today with Origin Tea. What's her?
Oh, yeah.
Rihanna.
Rian.
Rihanna. She introduced her company by being like, "What was one of your traditions as a kid?" And all I could think of was like, first thing I thought was we didn't have any, and
Yeah.
then second thing I could think of was just like tennis stuff, and it's like that wasn't like a joyful
Yeah.
memory.
Right? I had to work.
Yeah.
I mean,
That was your tradition.
literally, that was my
working.
tradition. Is
Yeah.
just you work. But sports was my way of not working.
Nice.
So that's why I pushed myself to be really good at sports. But the thing too is it was kind of like one of those things where even in basketball it was, I'd score 30 points. Well, why don't you score 40? So I got to the point where when I got to college, I was so burnt out by basketball
Right.
that when I gave it up, I started playing again pickup. It's so much fun.
Rad. That's true. That's true. Like that, the talent that you had transfers over to other things, and then you
Yes.
can actually have fun with those.
Yeah, and that's what I always say. So here's the thing: is everyone has their story. Everyone's kind of gone through something. The times that you were down, how did you bounce back? It's that resiliency, and that's what I think sports is important for kids because they need to learn. What do you do when you lose?
Yeah.
Right? You can't just throw a tantrum. You can't just give up. How do you
can't
bounce
feel
back?
bad about
You
yourself.
can't feel bad, and it's
Yeah.
gonna happen. And to be honest, I think losing is amazing for you.
Yeah.
Because it teaches you that resiliency. Because in business, you're not always gonna win. In a job, you're not always gonna win. It's gonna be
Yeah.
one of those scenarios where, if you haven't experienced kind of, and we've talked about this before, a participation award. I think you're doing a disservice by doing that because
Right.
it's good if the kid loses because in the future you're not gonna be there.
Yeah.
And say they get let go or their business goes under, how are they going to know how to bounce back?
Right. I hope I haven't told this story on the podcast yet. I've been going to these like volleyball round robin tournaments, and you play 2 out of 3 sets to the same team. And I was watching one, and the team that Nicoletta is on, they won really easily the first game. And so the second game, you could tell they just like totally lost their focus. They were
Ah.
just like now just like not paying attention anymore, and so then they lost the second because they lost that focus, and then they lost the third because in the third set they were like now nervous that they just lost the second set even though they crushed them the first set. So it's like if you lose that focus. If you just think like I
Yeah.
won one game, I'm smooth sailing, it's like no, it's not. It's not smooth
Yes.
sailing. Some people with the good resilience are the ones that are going to come back, and then they may end up
Exactly.
winning the whole match.
Yeah, and then, honestly too, that's why you'll see, like the NBA. Obviously, everyone's talented, but they're not the most talented
Great
basketball
point.
players.
Great point.
Because a lot of people with talent don't put in the work, and so they rely on their talent. At some
Mhm.
point, that kind of
Mhm.
catches up to you.
Yeah.
And so you'll see it's the people that put in the work that
Mhm.
make it. Same thing with business. You might just naturally be good at business,
Yeah.
but you need to also be able to put in the work.
Right, for sure. What is it? Like Michael Jordan was like last draft pick. Or,
Yeah.
is that right?
No, he was top. He was second pick,
Wait.
but he got cut from his high school team.
Oh, that. So I'm thinking football.
Yeah.
So I had to see. I don't even
Yeah.
freaking know.
But he got
But
cut.
the people with the like natural talent, those are the ones that usually end up going nutty because
Yes.
once somebody with a better work ethic starts surpassing them, they're
Yes.
like, "What? I've been a star my whole life. How could
Yeah.
how could you take the attention from me?"
Exactly. No, that's totally true. And then that's why you see kids or whatever that just naturally, they're just athletic, they're bigger than everyone else. And then when people start to catch up, they're like,
Yeah.
I quit, because they start
I
realizing
know,
they're not
dude.
as good.
I've seen that in like musicians, athletes, businesses,
Yeah.
across the board.
Exactly.
Crazy.
Yeah, today was amazing. Look, the weather was perfect.
Good.
I didn't get a sunburn on my neck. I actually wore shorts again.
Until you see later.
I know, huh? It could be. Yeah, I could have a farmer's tan. But we're at a farm, so why not
We're
have
at
a farmer's
farm.
tan?
It's suitable.
And so we had Mariana and Anna Paul speak today. They're from Brazil. They just want to help women because, as I mentioned, a lot of times in the coffees that I'm having, a lot of women they've gone through divorce, so they're sitting on some cash, or they sold a home, or they sold their business.
Or they're sitting on no
yeah,
cash.
yeah, nor cash, no cash. Yeah, but it's fear based. They're like, oh well, I have this or I don't have this. I don't want to take a chance.
Yeah.
Well, they'll help you. They'll help guide you. And
Yeah.
again, it's free consultation.
One of the like hardest things for me to see is a lot of women who are like almost like trapped in a marriage because
Yeah.
they're like, I don't
good
have
point.
any income.
That's a good point.
How am I supposed to leave that person if I don't have a job? I don't have a business. They control the finances. It's like these types of financial engineers are the ones that they can empathize with you. They can get you out of those situations.
That's a great point. And the thing about the group is, what we do is we try to help people find their passion. So it's find what drives you, and then at the same time, how do you make money from it? You can have both.
Yeah.
And so you're right. There's a lot of people that are fear-based, that maybe they're stuck. They don't. Not saying that we're gonna try to get you to leave your husband, but we do. We really we really want you to be happy.
Yeah.
We want you to be happy because a lot of times too, when the kids leave the home, the dynamic changes.
Right.
So
I know,
what's your
I know.
purpose? What's your goal?
Exactly. I love seeing the people here who are like on just like a second mountain, like they're doing something different than they did the first 20 years
Yeah.
of their life. And it's
Yeah.
like whether that's as a single person or as a totally different career, or maybe they are married now.
Right.
And I mean, for me, like my business is changing because I have a steady partner now. Like
Yes.
that even changes the dynamic. The support changes. Like what?
Well, having said that, that's what's amazing is, like, a year ago, you're in a completely different situation.
Right.
Like, how much has it changed? Because even right now, she's figuring out how, when she has the
Yeah.
baby, she's not going to be working. But the business is sustainable because she's set up that way.
Right.
A year ago, what was your goal?
Excellent point. A year ago, I didn't have the lease of my office yet. So I was still just renting from someone else. I wouldn't have had the space or the like ownership to hire someone. So now that I am the lesser of the office, now I can hire someone and kind of do whatever I want with
She's
the
a
office
boss.
space.
She's a boss.
But I was talking to a lactation consultant who's going to rent space for me in my office. If I didn't have the support of Greg, I would have been so much more scared to ever sign that
right.
lease. So it's like there are so many dynamics that change once you have that support, and there are so many dynamics that change when you don't have
Yes,
support.
that
And
is
thankfully,
true.
I'm having the support that I like never had before.
No, you're absolutely right. Greg's amazing. I love Greg. He's secretly he's my BFF.
I know.
so,
I love
yeah.
it.
So
We're
he's
going
awesome.
to dinner tonight,
Yeah,
all of us.
we are going
We're
to
a little
dinner.
gang.
And so But the thing is, it's that support, and so that's what the group is too.
Totally.
So how she found Greg to support. But the thing about it too is that she's also realizing that you're a boss. She's independent. Yes, Greg helped her like really make the decision, but she
Yeah.
realized she had it in her the entire time to be a boss.
That's a good point. He never said like do this. He was just like, I would voice opinions to him, and he'd be like, "That's a good idea," or he'd be like, "That's not a good idea." It wasn't like
Right?
like, should I do this? It
Yeah.
was just knowing that he had my back was like all the help I needed.
That's exactly it. And so that's why lay into the group. Remember, go to thegroupcoastal.com. Join us on Tuesdays at Normal Heights, Maya Moon, 9 o'clock. Thursdays at Municipal. Fridays here at Fox Point Farms. But go to the website, sign up, and then you could find your Greg, your support system as well. Because again, sometimes it just takes somebody knowing that someone's going to support you emotionally, with ideas on how to grow. Because it's the thing, we get kind of stuck on what we know. So an idea we have, probably a great idea, but why not get some advice from somebody? That's a third party that's like, hey, why don't you change this? And then it becomes even a better idea.
For
and now
sure.
it becomes a collaboration. So now we have 88 startups. Let's make it 89, 90, 8,000, and let's help you succeed.
Incubator coming soon.
And
The
there's an
portal-
incubator right here too.
I've got a little natural incubator.
Yes, exactly.
The portal is literally like changing people's businesses. Maria talking about how the CRM has helped her cancel all these other subscriptions she had, and she's saving money now and can actually do all the things that she needed, all those other websites.
Yeah.
She can do that on the portal.
I'm actually learning more stuff. I didn't know. She was telling me we can do webinars on there. We can
Right.
do webinars.
I
We can do
believe that, yeah.
video. We can do a whole like series. It's basically
Yeah.
school, which is kind of crazy.
One of my favorite things about it is you can buy a phone number and
Oh,
you
yeah.
can text and call from it.
Ooh.
Just that is already helped me so that not everybody has my freaking phone
Yeah.
number.
Well, everybody has mine. It's on the website. That's not a secret. Thegroupcoastal.com. That's my cell phone number. Text me. Let's do coffee. I'm excited. We're going to continue to grow this. We got La Jolla coming up soon, probably in a few weeks. I think we're
Sounds
going
like
to do
it.
it at Parakeet. So Parakeet, if you're watching,
Yeah.
we're going to bring you business.
Exactly.
We're going to bring you heart too. So,
Exactly.
and I love Parakeet. I was there yesterday. Amazing
Yeah.
breakfast burritos, by the way.
Oh, good to know.
But the people are always amazing. The staff comes, they help. So the La Jolla chapter, I love that it's going to be there. We're going to help promote the businesses that we're at. We're going to help promote the people that come, and we have a lot of people from La Jolla, but there's a lot of possibilities. We got Ohio. I just met with Debbie. We're going to
Rad.
open up Ohio.
Amazing.
Yeah, it's I want to open up one. Hey, so anyone here in Hawaii that are watching,
Oh,
let's
good
do
idea.
Hawaii because
Good
it's an
idea.
excuse for all of us to go visit.
Great
And so
idea.
the other thing too is if you want to sponsor us, reach out. Sponsor us, because now you're going to be in front of 1,100 heart-based people. But not only that, we got 14,000 people on our YouTube channel. So
Exactly.
if you want to reach out, sponsor it. When we open up all these chapters, any of you private jet companies, hey,
My girlfriend,
travel.
Emily Hacker, she just started being a pilot for JSX.
No way.
Like when I met
Oh.
her, she was a pilot for like single engine planes, and she just like has dedicated her life to being a pilot.
I love it.
JSX now.
there you go.
Yeah.
Exactly. That could be our next thing. Let's have a group jet. I mean, put the logo on there. Let's travel. Let's spread this. Because honestly, there's nothing negative about the group, really. It's the only negative part is honestly we run out of time.
I know.
We do, because we want to keep going.
Yeah.
Everyone wants to keep going, and I'm sure if we said it's going to be 2 hours, people would stay. But the shorter, the better.
Right. If it was 2 hours, it would be too much. You know, like there's kind of
Yeah.
almost like a good thing with a end
Yes.
in mind. you know.
Exactly. But the reality too is if we did it 2 hours, we'd probably need 3 hours, and then we keep going, and it become this
Yeah.
thing. No, we're gonna keep it the way it is. Every chapter, every location is gonna be 9 to 10:10. I feel like that's the sweet spot right there. It keeps everyone's attention. You get to know people, and people are still sticking around,
Love
getting
it.
to know each other.
Rad.
I love it.
See
Well,
you next week.
Thank you again, Dr. LaSalle. We're gonna film our podcast on Wednesday. I think
Yep.
we're gonna have Vladi, and then eventually Micah Peterson.
Solid.
Reach out if you want to sponsor, if you want to be on the podcast. Again, Thank you so much.
Thank
Wait, when are you due again?
June 26th.
June 20. June baby.
Just remember 26 and your name.
June baby. Yeah. Oh, that's crazy. It is June 20th. What?
I know. Not that the
2026.
baby's actually going to come
June.
that day. I'm
Hey.
guessing July something.
No, we're gonna make it June.
June 26th.
It's You know why? Because the group was founded in June of 2023.
Exactly.
So that's gonna happen.
Perfect.
So
Perfect.
again, thank you for everything you do. Thank you for subscribing and watching.
Thank you.
All right.
That's funny.
Button.
Yeah, just remember the
Oh.
26th.
Button.